Hello family and friends. Today we're going to be looking at the alocasia, elephant ear, colocasia, elephant ears, and we're going to be doing some maintenance in this bed, and I'm going to brighten it up with a few flowers. You see here, this bed has the alocasia, elephant ears here, the ones that are pointing upward, and the colocasia, the variegated elephant ear, the ones that point downward. And along with the elephant ears, we have a lot of weeds in here. I'm going to be doing some maintenance, cleaning this up, and I'm going to put some color in here. We have different shades of green, and we have a bold, dark elephant ear in here. Well, I just want to brighten up the bed and, add a little color. I have a couple of rosemaries here on the outside, and a different type of Dusty Miller here. A lot of people are used to seeing this Dusty Miller here with the lacy foliage, but this is a different type. So what I'm going to do is go in with my claw and do a little clean up some of these weeds. These are the same elephant ears that were in my winter pruning video, where I cut back the elephant ears and I put leaves on top of them for the winter, and they overwintered really good. And the leaves kept the ice from having direct contact with the elephant ears, and they stayed warm up under the leaves. See, we even have new leaves coming out, rolling out like this. Once they develop, then they just flap open. Got a little bit of wind damage on these, and guess I'm going to go ahead and start getting rid of some of these weeds in here. When I pulled the leaves off, and it was kind of early, so I had to put them back down. And after it started warming up, well, first the alocasias, they were developing leaves, and then we had these little tiny colocasia leaves like this coming out all over this bed. I should have did a video earlier about that, but well, here we are. What I'm going to do is put in some color first. Before I do anything, I'm going to go through and get rid of the weeds. As you can see, they're all over the place, mixed in. I'm going to go in and get as close as I can to the bottom of these weeds. And in the open areas, I'll be using this claw. The claw got a little hard mud on it, but it's effective. Got this old claw. I've been using this thing for a while, and this works really good. But for the ones that are really close to the plants, I'm going to go in and just hand pull those. Here. Being careful when I grab a handful of these to not pull the elephant ear up with it. Get in here and do a little cleanup on this day here. It's nice and warm today, but it's a constant breeze out, so it's not as bad. And it's a little cloudy at first, but that cloud is moving away and it's starting to warm up, but we're going to get it done. Now that most of the weeds are gone, I can figure out how I want to add some color to this bed. I'm going to put in some zinnias and geraniums. I'll move around to the other side and This is the focal point that I can see from the house. So we're gonna be putting a little color in this space right here. That's like right next to the elephant ears. And I'll be putting color all the way around the outside perimeter. So I think I'll start it off with some geranium. Got these red and pink. I know Janice has plans for this pink one. Have these geraniums here. Janice has plans for this other pink one, so we're not going to use that one. Put this aside. That's going in another video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to space these out. See, the soil is lumpy because I came through with the claw and chopped it up. And as I'm planting, I'll pull out the remaining weeds in there. Okay, so okay, I got three on each one. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I think I have 3 in this pot here, so since there's 3, I'll put the orange on the outside and have the 2 geraniums mixed in the drift going around. Just alternate the colors and have a orange and red drift going around. Get my hand trowel. I think I'll stagger them too. Orange, yeah, we'll do that. So since there's less of red, we'll put that back there. Have the orange. Let's see. Now, in my other video, we separated these flowers and check, see if I'm focused. Look through there, see if it's... And these are already split up so that they can be used in the bed. And I'm gonna place them. Can you see that one that I laid down? Okay, we have the zinnias here. We'll lay these out. And I'll step these back like that. What do you think, James? How that look? Can I go with that?
Yeah.
Just gonna go ahead and put these in the ground because they really need water. And the leaves are kind of wilting a little bit, but that will not stop them from performing. Just a little stressed right now, but let me put my gloves on. I usually don't have problems with my skin getting irritated, but I always advise people to put gloves on when planting, because some plants you can irritate your skin. And as I go along, pull out these few weeds that I didn't get. This soil has been amended with Miracle Grow and compost, and we have some mulch that broke down in here. Step back, and see, these aren't that root bound. Just loosen up the roots. How's that look? Look good?
Great.
Okay. Put these geraniums in, along with the zinnias.
on the really hot days, like when it's up in the 90s, I try to avoid planting in the 90s, but if I have to, I put water in the holes. I fill the holes up with water and then plant. That keeps the plant hydrated and stops the roots from drying out. Oh, there's 2 plants in here. I plant these together.
Yes.
So we're just adding a little color to the bed and grading out the soil so that when we put the mulch in, it will keep the weeds down and won't have to water as much. So that's a few plants for now, and I think I'll put in some of these, like right here. Okay. I'll put the two that we kept together on this end here. Should I put them on one on the other end too, or just one
right
on this
there.
end?
That end.
Okay. Now these were separated in another video, and I had 3 clumps, and in the 3rd clump there was 2 flowers together. So, oh, that went on into 4 clumps. Okay. Oh, here it is. So on this end here, as I start another drift, I'll put these zinnias on the end down here.
You can put some here and here. Put some zinnias.
One on each end? Huh?
Right there and right there.
Oh, right here?
Right there? Yes.
Oh, okay. Instead of on the end?
No, you leave that.
Oh, okay. Just use all 3. Use 3 of them? Okay. Then I'll put one here. Pause. And okay, it has several holes already dug, so that's okay. 1, 2, 3. I gotta have the holes for this. There's 4 of these all together, Janice. So I guess I can put one more there,
if you like.
or back here with the other orange.
Or right behind the rosemary.
Okay. I'm gonna put this here. Centered, but before that I'll have some good soil here that I'm going to put in each hole. Okay, and start planting. Okay. Okay, got the soil in, got some good soil down, because in some of these spots the soil is kind of sandy, because when we planted, we only put the good soil where the elephant ears were. And there were other plants in this bed previously, annuals, and some spots have good soil and other spots are sandy. Now, sand is good for plants, because all of these plants need drainable soil. Now, we add the soil and compost in for the nutrients. Good phosphorus, phosphate, and potassium to strengthen the roots, get the foliage nice and green, and the blooms for good blooms. So I'm going to continue this drift on around, and for today it's going to stop right here. But later on, when I get a chance, we can go a little further. Lately with my flower beds, I've been doing a little bit at a time, and as I walk through here, I'm stepping on the clumps to try to get a nice smooth surface for the mulch and even water distribution. So I'm going to put my last zinnia right here. That look good, James, about right there.
Mm-hmm.
Put this zinnia in and fill it on in with some good soil.
Doesn't the rosemary smell great?
Oh man, this rosemary is wonderful. While I was pulling weeds, Janice trimmed this rosemary, and it is really very fragrant. We had these on the porch last fall? Last winter? Yeah, last winter, and they did good. They did good, but as the leaves filled in the front, they weren't getting enough sun, so we moved them back here so that they could get full sun. So now that I have all these in, just want to step back and look. All of the zinnias are full sun. Taking medium watering. What we do is when we first plant, we want to keep the soil moist. They'll bloom all summer long into the fall, and they're full sun. The geraniums are full sun also. They're more drought tolerant, but these are good companion plants. They require the same amount of watering, and the colors just look good. And this drift on around, just the orange and yellow just really brightens up this bed, because we have different shades of green in there, and we have these bold, dark, variegated colocasia, and we have a few weeds in here as I pull as I go. I just wanted to make sure I had enough pull to get these flowers down, because they were suffering in their pots. And got the weeds out of the way, and only thing left to do is to mulch. But for right now, I'm going to water and pause. Okay, and now we're watering. Now on real hot days, if you don't have drip, you want to water near directly to the roots. But I try to water early in the morning, or
if it's cloudy or in the evening. So as this drift goes on around, this side here continue to display color in the bed with the elephant ears. So later on, I'll continue to go all the way around with the flowers. But as for now, I just wanted to get that area filled in and get it watered. And I really like what I'm seeing. So this is the follow-up on the elephant ears. We had these for 4 years now. The first couple of years we took them in the house. We cut them back, took them in the house, and I noticed the colocaceas, well, I just left those out. I saw that they came back with no problem. So the third year we left them outside and covered them up with leaves from the front yard, and we uncovered them, but then it got cold again, so we covered them back up and just waited patiently, and they came back with no problem. So what are you doing with your elephant ears? And if you have any ideas, comments, love hearing from you. Hit the subscribe button so that you can get all of our videos, and the notification bell so that you'll know when they're being posted. Enjoy your day.